the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
From the 27, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen now looks to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Back to the ground, Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ball again on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some room to roam now. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards on the ground. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action with Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Here we go.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jets have 13-2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
On play action, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
56.
To the air, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 2nd down, Cook. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
working with a 2nd and 3. Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Straight ahead is Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A give, running right is Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action, Allen. Out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
This one fielded at the 5.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
151 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Ball ought to give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw, it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Cook is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory.